The AirPods Pro are my daily set of earbuds. Not because they're the best in every single way, but because they get many things that right, that it is still worth it even in areas where they're not the best. Can the newly released Sony WF-1000XM4s take their place in my pocket? Let's find out in this quick comparison review. By the way, if you haven't seen my review of the 1000XM4s, click over here to do so. The case. In terms of the case, the Sony 1000XM4s are 40% smaller than their predecessors, and it shows. The case is much more pocketable, but it's still larger than the AirPods Pro case, which more easily fits in my jeans and is less obtrusive. So the point here goes to the AirPods Pro, the buds themselves, comfort. Here too the AirPods Pro win, for me as well. Not that the XM4s are not comfortable, they are to a certain degree, but the AirPods Pro are lighter, smaller, just more comfortable. When you put them on, they just disappear into your ear, you don't feel them anymore. With the XM4s, the polyurethane tips fit ever so snugly in your ear, granted to block out the most amount of noise, but you sacrifice comfort. In terms of controls, the touch controls on the XM4s are quite responsive, but the fact that they come bundled in groups, and again, watch my review if you want to know more about that, means you get to have only 2 out of the 3 possible groups: media control, volume control, or ANC control. And for me, despite believing volume control is necessary, I need ANC control and I need media control. So these are the 2 I'm using. And well, you get the same controls on the AirPods Pro. There's a force sensor instead of touch controls, and I do prefer that. If the Sonys allowed me to do volume control in addition to ANC and media playback, then I would have chosen them. But as it stands, if I get the same functions as the AirPods, I'd rather go with the force sensor than touch, so again, point to the AirPods Pro. Features. The XM4s have way more features than the more basic AirPods Pro, like speak to chat, adaptive sound, high-res audio codec support, automatic wind noise reduction, and an equalizer. These are missing with the AirPods Pro, so the point here goes to Sony. Sound quality. Here's where Sony wins hands down. The 1000XM4s sound so much better than the AirPods Pro, it's a very easy point to Sony. ANC. The active noise cancellation on the AirPods Pro is not bad, but that of the XM4 is that much better, it's almost magical. Plus you get variable ANC where you can choose the amount of ambient noise you want to let in, so that's another point to Sony. Battery life. That's another point to Sony with 8 hours of battery life with the ANC on and 12 hours without ANC. That's almost double the 4 hours or so that you get with the AirPods Pro. So the point again goes to Sony. Call quality. Let's see how these both sound like with our call quality tests. So this is what the Sony WF-1000XM4 sound like in a quiet environment. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? This is a call test of the AirPods Pro in a quiet environment. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Now let's see how they sound with a hairdryer in the background. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Now let's see how the AirPods Pro sound with the hairdryer in the background. This is a call test of the AirPods Pro with a hairdryer in the background. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Now let's see how the Sony WF-1000XM4s sound like with simulated background noise. This is a call test of the Sony WF-1000XM4 with simulated background noise. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Now let's see how the AirPods Pro sound with simulated background noise. This is a call test of the AirPods Pro with simulated background noise. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Sony uses both beamforming mics and bone conduction sensors to try to detect vibrations in speech and isolate background noises. Despite that, I do think the AirPods Pro do sound better with calls, so that's a point to the AirPods Pro. Conclusion. This is a tough one because I do think the Sony XM4s are the better pair of earbuds. They just are. They sound better, they cancel out noise better, they last longer, they're simply better. But I still pick the AirPods Pro, and let me tell you why. Because I don't demand the very best sound quality or the very best ANC from my earbuds. I demand portability and ease of use with multiple devices. If I want the best ANC or best sound quality, I'd use headphones, the Sony WH-1000XM4 or my Bose 700s. So for me, I still pick the AirPods Pro, despite the Sonys being the better pair of earbuds, because the AirPods Pro are smaller, both the buds themselves, which makes them way more comfortable, and the case as well, which makes it more comfortable in my jeans as well. Second of all, they both don't have multi-point connectivity, but I mostly use earbuds with my phone, which is an iPhone, or my laptop, which is a MacBook, or occasionally with my iPad. So despite the AirPods not having multi-point, the seamless switching between iDevices simply works seamlessly, and that's also important to me. I'm also on calls a lot, so the better call quality of the AirPods Pro also goes in their favor. But again, my preference is based on my own uses. If you want the very best of sound quality or ANC, then hands down, the Sony WF-1000XM4s should be your new king. Let me know in the comments section what you think, and as always, if you liked the video, please hit the like button, and please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more of this content, as this encourages me to continue producing it. Until next time, cheers.